Hey, peace, tribe. Welcome to the Peaceful Energy Podcast, where we respect our energy and share love and light with our community. So, tonight I was supposed to have a special guest, but it looks like some complications happened, and I understand because so much is going on right now. So, what I'm going to do is actually kind of just go over this podcast and the whole purpose in it because I don't feel like I've actually laid the foundation for that. So I am Kristen Ariane. I am a registered nurse by education, but I am so much more by choice. So I do mental wellness consulting, coaching, speaker, healer, dealer, all of the above. I do a lot of things. I'm a doula. I'm a birthing postpartum and sexual doula. So a lot of my work has to do with bringing calm and bringing peace to people. And that's what I want to continue to do as through this podcast is to bring more peace to more people. So really the goal was to just, hop up here and fly through some spaces of trauma and how to work through them. But I think I'm just going to be so transparent with where I'm at in my life. If you follow me on any of my other social media platforms like Instagram or Facebook, you know that I've recently moved to North Carolina from Virginia, which I've lived my whole entire life, except for 5 years. I was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I was adopted at 9 months and then moved to Virginia at age of 5-ish. And then I've lived there for the rest of my life. I have 4 beautiful children and an ex-husband who's amazing, and my kids are actually currently with him, which was a whole transition for me because I've never been away from them. This move to North Carolina was a jolt to my system. I thought that I would get down here and everything would be okay. I'm going to do this travel nursing thing and I'll be great. I'm gonna have everything the way that I need it. And it wasn't that. It was a lot of emotions. I've been down here officially for 1 month today. And it was a lot of up and downs. A lot of forced smiles. And when I say forced, it's because nothing was wrong. I just didn't know what wasn't. I couldn't put my finger on it. And then once I assessed it, I just allowed myself to sit in those emotions. Um, I realized that I left my mom's house at 18, 17. I got pregnant at 17, graduated high school at 17, got pregnant that same year, moved out, had a baby, and so I went from my mom's house, and then I went straight into being a wife. And we had 4 children, and it was like from one situation to another. So I've never been alone in my adult life. I've never had the quiet, never thought oh, I can go hang out on a weeknight. Not that I didn't go out, but I always had to situate other people. I had to make sure that my children were okay. And this is the first time that I can just move freely. And it sounds like that would be simple, right? But it wasn't. It wasn't simple at all. It was shocking. And I don't want to say traumatic, but damn sure woke me up and made me really realize what life is going to feel like because my children are getting older. I have a 19-year-old and some teenagers, and it definitely is an awakening. But I'm learning to find my peace in it. Coming home and not hearing any noise is great. Coming home and lighting my candles and just having my peace and quiet. I usually turn music on as soon as I hit through the door and just enjoying my own personal space of love and calm. I think that's been the greatest gift of this journey so far. I still have 4 more months left. So I'm going to enjoy those 4 months and really keep establishing who is Kristen. Um, it also has taught me a lot about the things that Kristen likes, the things that Kristen wants to do with herself, and how I want to flow. So I really have just taking that time to work on me and work on some of my traumas. Our special guest has joined us. So we're going to allow our special guest to come in and check everything out. You guys, I'm excited because I haven't seen Nick in a long time. Like, we haven't talked in a while. So I'm really excited. And then you guys can see what Nick has going on. That way, it's not all about me.
Hey.
Hey, love. How are you?
I am doing well. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you for asking. Well,
How's my
welcome.
audio over there?
You sound good.
Excellent, excellent.
Yeah. All right. But look, keep talking. If I feel like it's funky, I'll let you know.
All right. Well, how's your day going?
I am exhausted, but
Oh,
it is okay. I just got off of work. So. How about you? How's your day flowing?
you know what? Today has been any day after work is always like by the time I get home, I'll be like, ugh. You know what I mean? But as long as I get my Oreo cookies, I'm fine with it.
Not the Oreo cookies,
The double
Nick.
stuff, it's got to be double stuffed.
It's okay. I like double stuffed Oreos. I get it. I'm not mad at it at all. Yes. I'm still on my health kick right now, so I can't have any Oreos. But on the 10th, I will. I will indulge.
I support you in your health.
Thank you. Hi. Well, welcome to Peaceful Energy Podcast, where we try to bring enlightenment and peace to others' lives. I know you and I have talked before, and we wanted to talk about healing some traumas. But before we do that, why don't you introduce yourself to the people?
How y'all doing today? My name is Nick. And of course, I am a human being. I'm also a songwriter. Oh, before I start, because first of all, I'm a child of God first. That's like step one, right? And then secondly, I'm a human. But I'm also a singer, songwriter, and rapper. And my goal in life is just to inspire people to walk in their purpose. That's the truth. And whatever God has for me to do, that's what I'm here. That's my purpose.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's
Thank you.
beautiful. I love it. So, one thing we do on Peaceful Energy Podcast is we stress our G, right? And the reason why that is because I used to tell everybody all the time, like, I'm a gangster, right? Like, that was my G. Like, I'm a real G in these streets. However, like with evolving and just learning my spaces of healing, I realized that my inner G, my gangster, was a trauma space. That was a space of protection that I went because I wanted to make sure that nobody could hurt me. And so now my energy is my inner goddess. And so now we kick the question to you. What is your energy?
Now, I'm gonna ask you this question: is the energy? What does that mean for you?
So it's inner, INNER, and then the letter G.
Okay.
So for me, it's like someone said that their energy is getting to know themselves. Someone else.
Okay.
So it can be, however you want to flow. It's your inner oomph.
Okay. So everything that I represent today is really God is my energy because He's a
Yeah.
source of my strength. He's guiding my direction. So God is my energy. You feel me?
Yes. Period. Period. Yes, I love that. And how are you currently harnessing your power?
I would say healing through music is how I harness my power. I grow through. Okay, I would say I'm an artist. I would consider myself an emotional artist, and I've healed through my music. I have a song that's coming out. It's called "Dear Daddy," and I'm talking about abandonment with my father, and holding him accountable. He passed away, but it was just kind of like it's a very like, oh, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, look what you've done. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it kind of gives you two sides of the story. It talks about how my dad abandoned me. He didn't see the goddess in me. And then it talks about how my mother and my siblings, you feel me, took me under their wing, and also how God has worked it through, helped me through abandonment. Because I saw it, I grew up in church, so I got a lot of. I took like this whole daddy abandonment issue. I took it to one of those ladies. Her name is America. She's passed away now, but I took that to her, and she was like, "Baby, if God has something for you, there'd be nothing that could rip you away from it." So there's a reason why God didn't have that for you. And I would say it took me a long time to even see that. It took him, my dad, to die to really see like, You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's not what you want is not always what's meant to be, and that's not always in
Yeah.
alignment for what God has for you.
Very true. Very true. I know you have been working through some traumas. You want to share any? I mean, obviously that was a great one, but I know there's some other things you wanted to tap on. You want to share that?
Absolutely. So I got another song. It's called "In My Head." That's coming this year too. I got an album coming this year. So like this song is talking about I used to be married. I'm now divorced, but it's talking about my ex-wife, right? So a lot of people, they think about divorce and they think about, okay, it's terrible. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is like, ripped apart and it's terrible, it's toxic, but like that wasn't our situation. We've drifted apart, and as we began to love ourselves, we were moving into different directions, and we simply didn't work out for that reason alone. um, on top of a slew of other things, but um, after that though, it was like, okay, we're getting divorced, right? But it's like, I still love you.
Mm,
So like learning how to move on, to move forward after you, in your mind, in your head, you was like, I love this person. I want the house with the picket fence with the roses in the garden, you know what I'm saying? And the big
yeah.
coop in the front yard, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
dog and the kids, so you have this whole idea of like life with this person, and now you get a divorce and it's like, what do I
What
do?
happened?
Exactly. That's the question. Like, what do I do?
Yeah.
So I decided to, I knew I needed therapy. And also I knew I needed therapy, because I actually have a bachelor's degree in sociology, but I'm minored in psychology. So I knew that divorce is something that you gotta take serious through your mental health. Because I was like, if I want to get married again, and I want to be whole again, I have to heal some wounded parts of me.
Right.
So I began to get therapy, and I'm so happy. I went through a couple of therapists, but I finally have a Black therapist now, and I'm like,
Well,
yes, where have you
yes.
been all my life?
Yes. I
And
get it. I get it.
yeah,
I'm so glad. I'm so happy for you because that does mean a lot. I'm divorced as well, and it is definitely taken me a long time to realize, through therapy and through working on myself, a long time to realize like those things that kind of ate away at you, and you weren't even really aware that that was like a trauma space. It was just like, oh, I'm coping, but
yeah,
it was very ineffective.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's beautiful. What at this point in time in your life, what makes you feel secure?
God,
Mm,
God, and also like I believe self love is a daily journey. First off, I feel like I was literally having this conversation today. Like you can't, like my love language, right? So I had to discover what my love language is. My love language is words of affirmation. So
yeah,
that means that like it's important for you to give yourself love. Like let's pause on like getting the boo and all of that. Like how do you love yourself? Because if you don't love yourself, no one can love you. So I had to like every day I got my little morning ritual that I
yeah,
do not allow to be disrupted from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. That is next time. You feel what I'm saying? Right before I give myself to my employer, you know what I'm saying? I take time for
yeah.
myself. You know what I'm saying? So whatever I decide to do between 6 and 8, like that's my time, and I do what I do. But I take that time to like meditate in the morning. I take that same time to listen to like affirmations, and I take the same time to listen to Joyce Myers, um, because I need to be like calm in the morning. I need to have God in the morning and send my thanks to God for everything He has done. I also have to take time in the morning for me
Yeah.
to love myself the way that I love myself. Some people say like, well, it's unrealistic to like get your nails done every day. You know what I'm saying? Like financially,
Oh,
every
mhm.
day, like working class, not every day can we do
Right.
that.
We
But
but
we can love on ourselves in our love
right,
language every day. We can
right.
deep
You
breathe.
can find a way to
Exactly.
make it. Yeah.
Exactly. So we can do yoga in our house, you know what I'm saying? We can work out outside, you know what I'm saying? We can affirm ourselves, you know what I'm saying? We can literally
Yeah.
just sit in solitude, go to the beach, write journal, you know what I'm saying? It's write a song, write a poem, paint something. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of things that you can do to love yourself on a daily basis that
Most
doesn't require
definitely.
money at all.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely. And I'm right there with you. I have my goddess hours from 4 to 6, and that is a time period where our phone is on D&D. And I am just into me and the things that push. I journal, I affirm, I yoga, I meditate, may turn some music on and freely dance, and I have my conversations with my higher power. So I totally get it, and I think it's necessary.
Definitely
So necessary.
essential.
Yeah. So with the fact that, first of all, y'all, I follow Nick. So let me tell y'all, Nick's stories are amazing. If you go through Nick's story and you are not happy and smiling by the end of the story, then you need to make you an appointment today, because it is always super uplifting, super motivating. And even on the days like I've inboxed Nick, what I'm saying? And even on the days where Nick is like, I'm operating at 98 or maybe not quite 98, Nick is still giving love. And so I just want you guys to, one, follow, period, follow, but support and know that, like, it's not a thing that just sounds good. Like, Nick walks this life. Like, and I love it because being authentically yourself is what's going to put you in a position that is for you.
Absolutely.
So, what right now, I know God, but what is providing you with balance? Because you do have a job, and if those that follow you know what you do, so that's a lot. So it's really a lot of giving of yourself. So how do you stay even keeled?
So I have a lot going on right now. I'm actually a graduate student. I'm in school to get my master's in business. So not only am I, first I am the human, right?
Mm-hmm.
um, and the child of God. I do work, full time. I also am in school full time. And I'm telling you right now, if y'all have never been to graduate school, it is very challenging and it's very stressful and it is not for the weak. You know what I'm saying? Like I got homework due right now, actually today, tonight, two assignments, and I haven't really gotten started. But anyhow, you know what I'm saying? Everything is about divine timing. So I got my energy drink. I'm not, I'm as a matter of fact, I didn't really want to give.
First of all, they're not paying us. We're gonna go ahead and slide that to the side.
You're right. But I got my energy drink ready to
There
go.
you
And I'm gonna be typing away, but I feel like God showed me last week because I had a lot of big assignments.
go.
Because like work is just like that, but like school is like ah. So
Mm-hmm.
like school is the source of my stress, I would say for the most part. But there is an alignment that I saw God how He worked in my life last week that I was like, you know what, that is impactful. That was very helpful.
Okay.
First off, what I did do, I was like, oh my God, I'm so stressed because I have to do this and this and this and that. And God finessed everything.
It
He
is
finessed it.
smoothly. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so it was like, boom, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? And God finessed it. So I think the that's the thing is that like I don't it's not a second because God is first. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like understanding that like no weapon formed against me shall prosper, but I also a closed mouth don't get fed. So if I got an issue, I need to be going to God. You feel me? Because at 7 o'clock, you know what I'm saying? And I gotta make my disclaimer, you feel me? Because this is for like all dating you know what I'm saying, information just in case. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, I'm not available at 7 p.m. because I got Bible study. You feel what I'm saying? Don't invite me nowhere on that day because I'm not coming because
Makes no
I got
comment.
Bible study. You feel what I'm saying? So like it's just like having like everything and it's like simply asking God. Like when you step back and you really surrender, and here again, I'm telling you that I'm human. I'm not telling you that I'm perfect. I am telling you that I'm human. But when you develop your relationship with God and you walk in your purpose, you understand that, like, I know my limits. I have
Mhm.
limits as a human being, right? I
Mhm.
already admitted to being stressed out, right? Because I didn't know how all the pieces came together.
Right.
So I had to realize like stress is self inflicted, worry is self inflicted. But God already said the battle is not yours. So all I need to do is like voila. And He took care of it. You feel me? It was just like
Mhm.
it's a take care for me.
I
It's a provide all
love
your
it.
needs for me. You know what
I
I'm
love
saying?
it. All right, Nick. Well, thank you for sharing your story with us. We appreciate you like taking this time out because I know you are busy. But could you possibly leave our audience with an affirmation or two?
Absolutely. Um, Before I leave y'all with the information, because I definitely want to end on an amazing note. I want to say thank you so much for sharing your platform with me. Um,
Love you.
and I know that, and I definitely want to say this live. I know we haven't met for a reason. I know we haven't met for a reason. It's the healing, and I feel like um, God will protect and shield His children. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I am grateful for the type of connection. I'm grateful for the professionalism at all times and the love at all times, and the just friendly check-ins at all times. So I am so grateful with you for providing me this opportunity, allowing me to speak my truth, and not just for myself, for others. You know what I'm saying? And you shared yourself with us, and I meant to tell you, Lynn, and you knew this on a personal note that when we were kind of going through and growing through divorce at the same exact time. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And I saw you talk about it, and I was afraid at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I was
Wow.
afraid because I wasn't at my point to talk about it
Right.
openly, freely. I wasn't there yet. I still had a lot of growing to do at that time, and I still have plenty more to go. But
Yeah.
guess what? I'm not where I was then. You feel me? It is
Oh,
not where I was then for me. Okay,
it's giving growth.
it's
Okay.
really growth. You feel me? But with that
I
being
love
said,
it.
one thing that I'm just going to take a moment, if you don't mind, to reflect because I really want God to shine light on you all today because I asked Him for that. So I want God to give you His own affirmation. I am brave. I am bold. I am light. And I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
Ashe. Beautiful. I appreciate you taking this time. You guys, thank you so much for joining us on Peaceful Energy Podcast. Really quick, I just want to shout out the creators of content who have motivated me to do this podcast. Y'all, 30 days straight, we are on a roll, and I'm so grateful to you, Nick, for just taking this time and coming and sharing your moments out of your super crazy busy schedule. And you are right, when we actually meet in person, it will be divine timing. So I am grateful for you. I am grateful for y'all tribe. And we are out of here. Peace, love, and light.